doing? Hello everyone. It's a nice crisp fall day. I figured I'd get outside and get some riding in while I can. My topic for today is gonna be childhood. Like, what did you grow up with? Today is the day in Back to the Future 2 where they set the destination date as. That's today. Back to the Future was one of my favorite movies growing up as a child. I'm a millennial, but I'm towards the top end of the age for millennials. I was born in the mid-'80s. So I grew up with movies like Back to the Future, E.T., things like that. So it's kind of cool to see, the Back to the Future stuff today. It just reminds me of my childhood. It's kind of crazy to think about how long ago those movies were made. Back to the Future was made, I believe, the very first one back in 1985. That was a long time ago. I grew up on E.T., Back to the Future, stuff like that. I remember watching Nickelodeon back when you could get Nickelodeon on regular, non-cable TV, which you can't do anymore. I remember I spent a lot of time on my cousin's farm up in Pennsylvania, and we got to ride four-wheelers a lot, which is where I think I got my desire to get a motorcycle. I just loved being able to go anywhere I wanted. You hop on, you turn the thing on, and you could just go exploring, and God, it was so much fun. I had such a good time. A lot of people I work with, though, are, just fresh out of college, and it's crazy to think about that these people were born in the 90s, just blows my mind. Alright. Did it work? Did we go back in time? Did it work? Damn, I thought that would work. Little tip to the hat to Back to the Future today. Guess that 88 mile an hour ain't doing it for me. I'd love to go back to the 80s. I know we have a lot of conveniences and everything, like cell phones. Like right now, I have a device attached to my motorcycle telling me whether or not there are things like cops. And it's a computer that's more powerful than I had when I was in school. That's crazy to think about. Man, I don't know what you guys grew up on, but I grew up on laser pointers and yo-yos. Like, cell phones were just becoming a thing for me in high school, even to high school. I remember getting my first cell phone and it was crazy. I felt like I had so much freedom. Nowadays, I can't imagine what it'd be like to go back in school and go through high school with a cell phone. I imagine it's driving teachers insane right now, having to deal with all these kids and them having cell phones. When all we had were yo-yos, they constantly had to take them from kids. I can't imagine nowadays with kids constantly texting, Snapchatting, Instagram. Don't get me wrong, I like these social networks, but I don't know how you control that in the context of a school. Back when we would take tests, in order to cheat, you actually had to write stuff on your arm. Nowadays, you can just... Jesus Christ! Nowadays, you can just look it up on your phone. I don't know if you guys had these back in the day, but we had a computer lab, and not all schools had them when I was in school. Like, if your school had a computer lab, you guys were awesome. But we had these older Macs, and if you wanted to use a CD, you had to get a CD caddy. It was like this thing you put your CD in, and you slid that thing with the CD inside the Mac, and that let it work. I don't know why they did that. It definitely stopped people from playing games. I remember if I wanted to play SimCity, even though I had the disc, I had to ask for a CD caddy from the teacher. So maybe that's why. I don't know. Whoa. I don't want to be one of those guys that's like, you kids get off my lawn, but man, kids got it spoiled nowadays. This is gonna sound a little weird, but I feel like it was forever ago, back when, we actually had to dial into the internet. I know that term is still used, but I don't know if people know why it's still used. Dial into the internet, that was the thing. You actually had a phone emulator in your computer called a modem. And it would emulate the oh, God damn it, my strap is flying around. Don't worry, it's through the D-loop, but oh, there we go. It's flying around, hit me in the chin. Alright. See if we can give it another shot. No, didn't work. So yeah, you had these, you had actual modems with a phone line connected to your computer, and it would dial a phone number and then use noise to transfer data. That noise you would hear when dialing with a modem was the sound of the other side doing basically a handshake saying, hey, I'm gonna connect, is that cool? Yeah, that's cool, all right. And that's just how it worked. The internet, that sound you would hear when you picked up the phone, that was data being transmitted via analog signal, which is why it wasn't that fast. But yeah, you had to ask your parents to hang up the phone, dial in, and not all the time would you get the same speed. Sometimes you get 36.6. I mean, when I started using it was 14.4, and it was 28.8, 36.6, and then finally 56K. And if your parents picked up the phone, they would disrupt that signal, that analog sound, and you would actually get disconnected sometimes. I mean, if your family only had one phone line, that was their one chance to get on the internet. That's it. Nowadays, it's just there. It's always there. I didn't have a router, so you could only ever have one device connected to the internet at a time. Nowadays, even in my house, I think I have somewhere around 13 devices connected. My printer, my computers, my laptop, my phone, my tablet. I could sit here and reminisce all day about my childhood and how crazy things are nowadays, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here. But before I end it, I'm gonna remind you guys, I don't know if you saw one of my previous videos. I went to an exotic car show. It's called Exotics at Redmond Town Center. Well, if you live up in the Seattle area and are bored tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Saturday is going to be the last Exotics for the season before they stop it. I'll be there with my car. I'll put a picture of my car up now. That's my car. I'll probably hang around for a while. I know I haven't really shown my face or anything, so it's going to be hard to spot me, but if you see me lingering in my car, feel free, stop by, chat about bikes a bit, or bring your bike out. There's a lot of people that bring their bikes out. Tomorrow, or Saturday, is supposed to be a fantastic day. There's coffee. That's where I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog, guys. I'll do another one this weekend, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace. Alright, well I didn't want to show you guys too much. If you stuck around here, this is a little after vlog. I didn't want to show people too much of my parking garage. I don't want to try and blur out all the license plates, but I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of my car. That's it right there. That blue Audi. Might look black, but it's dark in here. 2014 Audi S6. I love that thing. While we're down here, little exhaust. There she is.